Did you know you can stream any game you want from one computer to another computer so long as you don't. Damn it. I didn't mean to say don't. Um, you can stream on Steam though. So I'm just gonna go here. All you gotta do is open up Steam on the computer you want. And it's a complete, by the way, it's your complete desktop. So I have Clone Hero here. This is not a Steam game. You click add game, add a non-Steam game, and it'll give you a list of programs, or you can just browse, whatever you want to do. Peaks your, I got that. Yeah, I even have a fan game here, Bite at Freddy's. And then you need to go to the laptop. You want to stream the game too. So I have this really shitty computer that is so bad that it has issues deleting games off of its own hard drive. Some of the keys don't work. The CPU is constantly running 100%. And I have no fucking clue what's caused any of these issues. But I still use this laptop almost every fucking day. Once my back and my leg starts hurting and I just need to lie down and get off my chair. The USB ports don't work properly. Only one of them works because of a surge issue. This computer takes forever to boot up. This computer is fucking trash. But I can get this computer to run whatever game I want. I see I was already playing. Although it has an issue where when I log back in and I've left Steam open, it doesn't want to stream again. I have a CPU manager open here, 100% disk. CPU's cooling off, that's pretty nice, 22%. 50% memory usage with almost nothing open. Yeah, this thing is bad. It's got some bad specs in it, I tell you what. The little stickers on the laptop, they didn't properly portray what this system had for specs. This computer is actual dog shit. The specs are dog shit. And then you age those specs, and this computer comes good as dead. I have 2 games installed here. Left 4 Dead 2, Leaf Blower Revolution idle game. Leaf Blower Revolution does not start. Left 4 Dead 2 on the lowest settings and lowest resolution runs at 12 frames per second. Visual Boy Advance runs fine. Track Nations Forever does not run fine. Clone Hero does not run fine. PlayStation 1 emulation runs okay. I can get it to run very easy games. I can't get it to run any kind of 3D game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 does not work. Pro Skater 1 does not work. I tried getting other games to run. None of them would work properly. The only games I could get to run right were Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories and a Rayman game. However, they're streaming. Let's see what I want to play. How about God Eater 3? I like God Eater 3. It's a pretty good game. Pretty good. So you click stream, and the laptop is going to mirror the same image on the computer. So we just skip past these, get into my save file. That's another thing that doesn't work. Audio. Audio does not work on this computer. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's fine. Other times it literally doesn't work. Look, 60 FPS. 60 frames per second. That's what this game is locked to. You're not going to get over 60 FPS in this game. I load into the game. And it takes a second to load. Yeah. Perfectly fine. Absolutely perfect. The only issue I have with streaming at all is this laptop does not have a 1080p screen. This is a 720p screen. So this image is going to look much worse. Along with this screen also just not being a good screen. I've seen good 720p screens and they still look fabulous. They have great colors. This does not. This was made to be grandma Facebook station. But I have turned this into my own little thing right here. This actually was my grandmother's. It has files on here from her phone from years and years ago. And when I try to delete them, it has issues, it blue screens, and it dies. But because of this now, oh, you hold escape, by the way, and it lets you stop streaming, stop game, or even change the key binding. So you can change it to V. And now you hold V when you want to bring up the menu. I've never had to do this before. I always just keep it on escape because you never really need to hold escape or use it in a video game other than to pause. And the menu doesn't pop up when you just press it, you gotta hold it. Stop streaming is good if you're experiencing issues with streaming. Say, in the bottom right corner, if your network isn't that great, then every now and again it'll go to yellow and then it'll go to red. And this thing can lag when it's on red. When it's on yellow, it's still mostly playable, just you're gonna see some stuttering a little bit until it clears up. But if it's really bad, you can stop streaming. And this doesn't close the game. You can reconnect, and it is exactly where you left off. Perfect. Streaming, by the way, is a completely free feature on Steam. You don't need to pay anything, in case you were wondering. A lot of people who know about this feature don't really feel the need to tell anybody about it or even use it themselves. Because mostly people are like, yeah, this is useless. Why would I ever want to do things like this? But if you're like me and you have issues sitting in a chair for too long, especially if you have an uncomfortable one, or you don't want to sit in your room all day, you want to go out to your living room, but you still want to play a game, you don't want to watch TV, there's nothing on, you just set to stream to your laptop and you can play whatever you want in any other room. If you have a gaming laptop, that's great. You don't need this feature at all because your laptop should be able to run everything just fine. But even if you did want to still do that, you can still do that. This works on every single device. I've tried streaming on absolutely every device that can install Steam and stream, and it works perfectly fine on pretty much everything. I've never gotten anything to fail. Now again, you want to add a new game, you click add game, add a non-Steam game, and then it'll bring up the menu and you can add whatever you want. It's perfect. This is a great feature. I've heard back in the day, you used to be able to stream a little differently and it was really, really bad. Nobody ever wanted to do it, but it seems like they updated it at some point or another, and I discovered it after the update. And this is genuinely really, really cool. Now, I do have to say there's a little bit of input lag. Streaming will cause input lag. For a lot of games, it's not even noticeable. Especially if you're like me and you play Bloons Tower Defense, DD6, Battles, whatever you want to play. I'll even tell you right now, the input lag, Adventure Quest 3D, this game is a 3D game, you're not going to notice input lag. Brotato, you're not going to notice the input lag. Choo Choo Charles, you're not going to notice the input lag. Clone Hero, now this is an issue. When you stream rhythm games, you need to adjust for that delay, because otherwise you're going to have a really bad time. Literally everything else works perfectly fine. A first-person shooter, I've streamed first-person shooters, they work fine. They're good. First-person shooters aren't as smooth as something like a tower defense game or a clicker game. Like, you're gonna kind of notice it, and it's gonna be annoying for the first couple of minutes, but after that, you get really used to it, and it's literally perfectly fine. I've streamed every game in my library that I've been playing recently, and all of them work great. as expected. I mean, it is literally just taking the image from one screen and putting it onto another screen. I don't know why it wouldn't work great. But I was thinking, just in case there was a game that had issues with streaming, maybe them's fighting herds, for example. Maybe when you're streaming it, maybe the input lag would be heightened or something would be going on with the game that would make it display incorrectly. But no, I have to say this is a great feature. I use it again every day. I love this feature. So that's why I'm making a video telling you about this feature. This feature is fucking great. I don't know how to make outros.